collect. It means 60% of our potential VAT collections are not being realized by the state. And in 2025, that was estimated at about 14% of GDP. Mr. Speaker, in response to this, government was in this House in 2025 to pass the VAT Amendment Act that we all know has contributed significantly to this. Finance Minister Forson had cause to give praise to the previous NPP administration for passing this tax law in 2018. And in fact, that is one of the few good things that we can credit the previous administration for. And Mr. Speaker, he also mentioned that to enhance the implementation of this program, we have sought your leave to have the chairman and ranking members of the finance committee, to actually the finance and budget committees, to form an oversight committee to see to the implementation of this program. And I chair that committee, and I can say with all certainty that we are getting good inputs from people like Honorable Kweku Kwatin and others who were there and sought to the enactment of the legislation that we need to implement this program. Mr. Speaker, when Honorable Yabuama was speaking, he made mention of the existence of EVAT program and said that a service provider was engaged to provide that service. What he didn't add is that that was a multi-year service provision that failed to come to this House. So that is alien to this House. We do not want to continue with illegality. And so we are coming to this House for you to approve this for us. He also mentioned that we have not, or we did not indicate why we are replacing the EVAT program. But Mr. Speaker, if you look at the memo that we brought to this House, which was referred to the Finance Committee, on paragraph 9, let me take from paragraph 10. It says that although the EVAT system was introduced in 2022 and progressively rolled out, compliance challenges persist, especially in business-to-consumer sectors reliant on manual cash regimes. It went further to say that the current EVAT integration relies heavily on the taxpayers' POS system being fully compliant and connected. Cash-heavy businesses, that is retail, hospitality, etc., remain at high risk of underreporting or failing to issue compliant receipts. There are a lot of reasons that we gave that because of that the EVAT system was not functioning properly, and so we need to introduce this electronic device that will help us implement the project effectively. Mr. Speaker, what that is going to do is that currently we see a lot of shops, retail shops, taking VAT but not remitting to the state. This system is going to stop that, and it is going to help us improve on our VAT revenue. So I want to appeal to that it is important.
Yes, honorable members, I will put the question. Honorable members, I think my understanding is that there's agreement that there's a policy already in place. A policy referred to as the Fiscal Electronic Device Policy. And that's for the Ghana Revenue Authority. That's the first. The second is that there's agreement that there's a law requiring some processes to be taken. The first one is prior written approval by the Minister for Finance. That, from the debate, has been agreed upon. The third procedure is now to bring this before the House for what? Approval. And so it's all still procedures. We have not gone to the substantive area where your committees are set up to, on daily basis, oversee, scrutinize, and bring to the attention of the House if anything toward is being done. And so it's still at that level of approvals, just following the law, that you are being called upon to give approval. So the issues raised are germane, but not to the approval. It's when it gets to the issue of implementation, was what Honorable Upon Nkrumah was talking about were projections. You know, you should have some idea when you are going to implement the cost implications and all those things. And those are implementational stages where you need those details. And so it's still left to the committee and members to keep an eye on this matter, because all of you are very much interested in the challenges that we are meeting as a country. That is why the previous regime started and brought the enactment and the policy. And so I think that to resolve these differences, I just put the question, and that will be the decision of the House. Honorable members, those in favor of the adoption of the report of the Finance Committee on the request for a multi-year expenditure commitment to engage a service provider to assist with the implementation of the fiscal electronic device policy for the Ghana Revenue Authority, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, I think the ayes have it. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted. First Deputy Speaker to take the chair. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the consequential resolution itemized 5 on the addendum order paper.
Honorable members, consequential resolution. Minister for Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that resolution number 5 on today's order paper addendum be taken now. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, resolution moved is for the consideration of the House. Being a consequential resolution, I put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the resolution say aye. Aye. Well, my attention has been drawn to the fact that it's not yet seconded. So please, any seconder?
The Speaker, I second the resolution.
Motion for the adoption of resolution moved and seconded for the consideration of the House. Being a consequential resolution, I put the question. Those in favor of the adoption of the resolution say aye. Aye. Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The resolution is accordingly adopted. First Deputy Speaker to take the chair.
Yes, Majority Leader, any indication?
Mr. Speaker, we'll take item number 6 on the addendum order paper. Hello, yes?
Yes, Deputy Minority Leader.
No objections. Thank you.
Very well. Item number 6 on the order paper addendum. Motion, Chairman of the Committee.
The Speaker, I rise to move that motion number 6 on today's order paper addendum be moved now.
Honourable members, motion move. Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
Motion move and seconded. It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, this being a procedural motion, I'll put a question. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Now the consequential motion number